Welcome back to another video. Some of you have reached out and actually told me how do I warm up, so I'm going to kind of go through that with you guys today. What you are going to need, if I can find it, is one of these resistant bands. They come in various sizes, so I would probably recommend getting the lightest ones. And what I'm actually sitting on is one of these as well for your lower body. Foam roller, you can get them on Amazon, eBay. I think they're like £10 in here in the UK. Yeah, so we're going to start with this, and I'll show you how I warm up my lower half of the body, and then we'll go on to a bit of resistant band work as well. Alright, so starting with the foam roller itself, I have trouble areas myself when it comes to working out, so I like to use the foam roller a lot. Obviously, some people warm up with cardio, some people will probably warm up with the actual exercise itself, which is fine. But I would recommend, if you are, going to the gym quite a lot, probably get one of these, just because they do help in terms of mobility and in terms of working out the kinks in those troubled areas. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I'll go through bottom half of the body first, and then kind of work my way upwards. So what you want to do, starting off, I'm going to work my outer thigh first. So what you want to do, place the foam roller on the floor like so, get it up to your hips, get it to about here, hips, and then just work your way down, all the way to about your knees, and then back up, and then all the way again, back down to your knees, and then my trouble area is right in the center of my thigh, outer thigh, so I like to kind of just literally work on that a little bit more. Yeah, and then obviously, like I said, get it down to your knee, all the way back up to about your hips. And then what you would want to do, swap it for your other side as well. So, to about your hips, and just roll, all the way down to your knees. And we do this for a few sets. Done your outer thigh, I tend to work on my inner thigh. Again, just get the foam roller firmly on the ground. This one, get the foam roller onto your, technically near your crotch, as close as possible, and then just work your inner thigh, same as before, up to your knees, back down, up to the knees, back down, and just play around with it and just see where your troubled areas are. Up, back down. Up, all the way to your knees, back down to your knees, back down. So after you worked your inner outer thigh. One of my other troubled areas is the back of my thighs. Again, same as before, just get your thigh right up there. So up to my glutes, I like to push it up to my glutes and then just work your way down to about your knees. And back up to your knees. Just roll it out, roll out the kinks. Like I said, this helps me tremendously when it comes to squatting. Any sort of lower body exercise really, but mainly squatting, deadlifting. And it kind of really works out the kinks. So that's my inner, outer, back of my thigh. I like to kind of I like to work on my front thigh as well, just to round off my legs. So what you want to do, same as before, just get it to about your hips, and then roll out all the way down to your knees. Back up, all the way down to your knees. Back up to your hips, all the way down to your knees. To your hips, to your knees. So that's pretty much our legs done. One last one I like to use with a foam roller, especially for me. It is one of probably the most trouble spot that I do have, lower back. I think a lot of people can relate. But yeah, so I like to kind of work out my lower back as well before I start. Get the foam roller firmly on the floor. Get it to position it against your lower back. And just put all your weight onto it. Once you put all your weight onto it, just work out the kinks. Roll it back and forth, and just work out like those troubled areas. Right there is my troubled area. It's okay, yeah. No, you can come in, it's okay. Right there is my troubled area, so I like to work that out a lot. And then what you also can do is obviously if your upper back is a problem spot, just roll it all the way down to about, upper back as well. The whole movement, all the way there. You are resting the bar on your traps, upper back, so I would probably work that out as well. Just feel out those areas. And then back down to your lower. That's it for my lower half of the body. Like I said, I would invest in one of these. They are a great tool to use, especially if you're squatting a lot, deadlifting a lot. Yeah, man, just invest in one of these. They're not a lot of money. Obviously, if you can't or you can't afford it, then yeah, just cardio works. Obviously, a lot of people do cardio to get the blood flowing. probably the exercise itself. So if you're squatting or you're deadlifting, maybe just use the bar for a couple of sets if you can't get your hands on one of these. Yeah, that's it. Now I'll show you how I warm up my upper half is work on my rotator cuff. A lot of people don't warm up the rotator cuff. Me personally, when I started getting into training, which was like 2013, 14, obviously I was training with a friend. We didn't warm up our rotator cuff and I got a slight impingement in my left shoulder. So I'll quickly go through how you warm up your rotator cuff. If you can, obviously get one of these resistant bands. If you can't use a cable machine. I tend to use a resistant band. It just fits, versatile. You can pretty much use them anywhere. So yeah, just looped it across the actual cable machine itself. And then what I tend to do is get a good distance away from the actual cable machine, and then up and down. So I tend to work my rotator cuff this way, up, back down. Slower the better. Just kind of work your way up and down. It's important that you keep your elbow in this sort of fixed position and just kind of rotate. Keep rotating back and forth. And then once you've done a few repetitions on that, side to side, left to right. So again, good distance back from the actual pulley itself, and then back and forth. Keep your elbow close to your body as well, about your rib cage, and then left and right, back and forth. Alright, so that's it for how I warm up. Again, if you can't get a resistant band, you can use the cable machine. If you can't get a foam roller, I would suggest doing some light form of cardio, maybe going through the actual exercise itself. But yeah, that's it for the video. See you guys in the next one.